Good afternoon, Fantasy Bay. Mike Williams here with another Week 7 game preview. And today we're going to be going over the Ravens versus Seattle Seahawks. Let's get it started. We're going to start off with the Ravens. So Lamar Jackson, a great game. Absolutely fantastic. 236 yards in the air and 152 yards on the ground. Man, that is how you boost your baseline right there. Quarterbacks running the ball or always have a higher floor than the other quarterbacks just because of their rushing. And 150 yards? Oh my God, that's amazing. Obviously, you're starting Lamar Jackson. Let's get on to the next one. Marquise Brown. Man, he was out last week. I'm not sure if he's going to be out this week. If he's in, you can play him. Obviously, if he's out, you can't. I'm not starting Willie Snead, nor am I starting Seth Roberts, but Mark Ingram is definitely a start. Mark Ingram has been playing pretty well this year. Started off real hot the last 3 weeks. 9 points, 12 points, 15 points. Solid. He had 3 targets last week, 2 receptions, 22 yards in the air, 52 yards on the ground off of 13 carries, 1 touchdown. I think it's a decent start. You can definitely start Mark Ingram this week. I'm not starting either of the backups, though. Mark Andrews has been a beast this year. You can definitely start him. He is number 1 or number 2 target for Lamar Jackson, so I definitely think he's a good play. All right, let's go over to the Seattle Seahawks. And Russell Wilson has been playing out of his mind. Russell Wilson has been playing great, averaging 32.25 fantasy points a game in the last 4. And that's pulling down, and he has a week 4 with 15 fantasy points. That's pulling it down. In the last 4 games, 32, 37, 15, 45. My man has been lighting it up with over 2 touchdowns a game, no interceptions. He's running on the ground, averaging 30 rushes a game, rushing yards a game. Beast. The Ravens are decent against the quarterback, but I still think Russell Wilson will have a great game. He's been playing like a beast. Tyler Lockett is going to be his star wide receiver. He's always a threat down the field. The Ravens are allowing the 10th most fantasy points against the wide receiver at 23.3. So I definitely think Tyler Lockett's a good play this week. Now, unfortunately, Will Disley got injured last week. I believe he's going to be out for the year. It's really sad. But that being said, those targets have to go somewhere. And I think that DK Metcalf and David Moore see a bump up in targets and end zone targets because DK Metcalf is a beast of a man. He is very large, and he will be catching some touchdowns. So I think it's a sneaky play. Just like David Moore. David Moore had 2 touchdowns last week. Now, some may think it's fluky. I do not. I believe that he is good, and I believe he should have a decent game. Both Moore and Metcalf. All right, let's go to the running back. Chris Carson has been a beast. Last 3 games, 25, 18, 18. The Ravens allow the 15th most fantasy points to the running back at 20. I think Chris Carson still has a good game. He was 4 for 4 this week. I love seeing his catches and his targets. It's wonderful. 35 yards in the air, 124 on the ground, and a touchdown off of 24 carries. Beast. CJ Procise fumbled the ball. He's not going to be trusted. I think that if Penny gets in, I do think that he gets a little bit of work, but I don't think it'll take too much away from Chris Carson. He's their new Marshawn Lynch, and I think that he's playing the role well, so start him up. And their tight end is down, so I don't think you have a tight end to start on this team, and I believe that is going to do it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, hit me up. Mike Williams, Fantasy Bay. I'm out.